like the fence.
The high step over barbed wire.
Yeah, it's a crotch saver. There you go, Matt Carrera.
Nimble.
One more crotch saved. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to SubtleTakes, where we take you fishing with us all across the beautiful state of Colorado. We got a special day planned today. Today we're at the headwaters of the Arkansas River near Leadville, and I'm fishing with a longtime friend, a guy I haven't seen for about a year and a half, Matt Carrera. And Matt is kind of a former Coloradoan, now calls Bozeman his home, and he works for Sims and has worked for him for a number of years, and he's a hell of a good fisherman and a lot of fun to fish with, so he's with us today. His first time up here to the headwaters of the Arkansas. We're hoping to be, hopefully it's dry fly only, maybe even some streamers. It's the late part of August here, and the flows have honestly just receded a little bit because we've had such a crazy runoff here like most of the West has. So this is the first time we've been up. It's a gorgeous day, views are incredible. I mean, you know, you hear God's country. I don't know if you can find a better example of this. So for Matt coming back to Colorado, this is going to be a special day. So, thoughts? What do you think? You ready?
Oh yeah, always ready.
All right, man.
Make it happen.
All right, we're going to go make it happen, and we'll see you out there on the water.
Yeah.
Just want to take a second to point out this pretty cool feature here where we are in Hayden Meadows. This is a special fence that they've put up to keep the cattle away from the stream to prevent erosion, because the cattle can do a lot of damage when they try to cross. And the concept is you have two sections of barbed wire at the bottom, and then on the top is a coated piece of wire with these really cool features where you've got this little pin that pops out, and then you slide this coated piece down to the next rung and snap it in, step over the top, reverse the process, and you're ready to go. And it keeps the cattle out. It's definitely designed for fishermen with a lot of thought in mind, and it's just kind of one of the cool features up here. And to my understanding, this was done primarily through Trout Unlimited. And if there's other people, hey, post down, you know, in the comments below who might have been involved if you know something more. But we just think this is a really cool feature. It's kind of one of the cool parts about being associated with things like Trout Unlimited or other organizations. So, all right, let's get back to fishing. All right, we've been fishing for maybe an hour, hour and a half or something like that. And we rolled up and we immediately saw a fish rising, this really cool pot of fish. And we had to tie on 2 or 3 different rigs before we kind of figured out how to feed them. But looks like it's a caddis game today, as you know, it is the Arkansas River. That makes a lot of sense. But they're surprisingly techy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's in the flat water.
Absolutely.
Not the easiest fish to catch. You got to approach them with a lot of stealth.
Yeah, exactly. One thing here at Hayden Meadows is we're tandem fishing. And what that kind of means is Matt will fish, I'll run the camera, and also just kind of spot and be over his shoulder. And then when he catches one or, you know, makes enough casts, we move on. It's my turn, and we just kind of work it that way because this water is really ultra clear, close environment, spooky fish, and you just got to be patient with them and make sure you let them eat it.
Yeah,
on the dry fry. Make sure you take your time. All right, we're gonna get back on the water. All right, so it's about noon here. We've been fishing for maybe 4 hours. Covered maybe a mile and a half of water. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But it was pretty much, you know, lights out fishing for a while there. Mostly dry fly, dry dropper type stuff, and it's caddis. It was Matt was catching them on a little purple pupa that he brought from Montana, and worked great here too. And I was on kind of more of just a standard green caddis emerger pattern, and they were eating them pretty equally. And then it kind of shut off. The clouds came over, kind of put the caddis down, shut off a little bit. We put the streamers on and kind of walked back to the car throwing streamers. Had a couple chases, had a couple on, caught one. It's been a really good half day up here. So Matt, what's your any thoughts here about your first trip to the Arkansas Headwaters?
No complaints. Good diversity. Super fun fishing. Caddis, they really like the caddis.
Yeah, it's not really a full day. You can make a full day out of it, I guess,
Yeah.
but you know, it's really kind of a thing to come up here.
Miles.
Yeah, half day if you got the chance, and then maybe hit one of the other area waters. We're thinking about going down, hitting the Blue and Silverthorn, or going up to Tomahawk and hitting the Middle Fork of the South Platte.
A little bit of feast or famine fishing. They're either in the run or they're not.
Yep, exactly. So it's been a great day here. Thanks for joining us. Please hit the subscribe button below. You know that. Check us out on Instagram and our website at SubtleTakes.com for some rants and insights I like to throw in there. And please let me know how you feel about all this, and if there's any information you have on Hayden Meadows, especially like some of the stream restoration stuff and how it happened, please, you know, comment below and let us know, because it's been a pretty good job. They've done a great job with this place. We caught some nice healthy browns in here, and they're wild browns, and you can't really beat it. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the water. All right, if you decide to stick around this far, we had one more fish that we caught as we decided to head home and roll through and hit the Blue River and Silverthorn. So I'm going to quickly show you that, and this one last little treat for you, because we kind of capped off the day in a nice way. So check this out. So there you go. It's kind of one of those things where, you know, you go, yeah, we're really tired, let's just head home. No, let's just go, we'll just make 5 casts, and we do, and it pays off. So, you know, another little lesson there for all of us to just sometimes that one more cast is worth it, because it definitely was for us. So hey, thanks for sticking around. Appreciate your support. Hope you enjoyed today's video. So take it easy. We'll see you on the water.